a big heart.
This season is all about heart. Dang it. Heart, family, all of that. Like, tiresome, tedious.
Luca. That was my son. Only my wife. And your friend.
His name was Oliver.
Oh.
My name's Philippe. What am I supposed to do now? I can't go on without them.
People we love never leave us. Let that love help you.
Or is this like a COVID-19
Don't
thing where like
get it.
people lose somebody for COVID
We're
and then
mortal enemies in the future. Why are you doing this? So the next time we meet, maybe we won't be. Fair enough. This isn't me. I'm picking up enough seismic activity to rattle us back to the Stone Age.
Detecting a massive biosignature. Barry, whatever's causing these tremors is headed right towards you.
who is that?
Barry, get up. Get up, Barry.
You are an ugly one. I've got this, Flash.
Stand down, beautiful, or I'll use every ounce of this antimatter bomb to blow you to kingdom come.
That's impossible. Fine. See how you like this trick?
Police?
What the heck?
What have you done?
Face.
Distress, elevated blood pressure.
Face. Bro, face. What? Well, let's hope that his speed healing will kick in.
Philippe was trying to heal, just like the rest of us. This isn't right.
He died a hero.
He did.
That means something.
He did.
What was that thing
Respect.
anyway?
Death itself, maybe. Whatever it was, it absorbed the full power of an antimatter bomb. That means it's
Unstoppable. But hey, you're okay, right? Yeah. Since we rebooted the Speed Force, I'm faster than ever. So is my speed healing.
thank goodness.
Great. The brass are dumping a liaison from the governor's police compliance commission in my lap. I gotta go figure out how to explain all this to her.
I have lots of meta clients that need my legal expertise. How about I drop you at the station?
Who is she now? Counselor?
So what do we do now?
A family counselor? She used to be a
Get the
freaking
worst
policeman.
out of that thing before it
Chief.
kills again.
Freaking policeman. And now she's like, what? Feelings? Prima Sati
Oliver.
teacher? Come on.
What you said about my article?
If you're gonna say I came off kind of harsh, you're not the first.
I'm glad you told me what I needed to hear.
Her haircut. I don't like her.
Hard to take from an
Her
intern.
haircut, that. I don't like it,
Which is
man.
why I'm making you a
It's too-
staff writer.
It's too short. It's very short.
You're what?
Congratulations. You earned it.
Cool.
Thanks, boss.
Cool.
You're amazing.
Oh,
You
yeah.
helped me get through to Philippe and that saved the city.
It's called teamwork.
Yeah, well.
We're very Iris. It's the strongest superpower there is.
I was thinking tonight maybe we just go home, have a normal dinner, maybe eat a frozen pizza on the couch.
Sounds perfect.
Except.
Nothing. I was thinking of something I have to do tomorrow. Come on. Let's go.
You just let it go? That creature? What the heck?
I am no stranger to trauma, but when Eva McCulloch threatened our city, I was taken against my will to a
Mirror.
terrifying place. A place that you all know. Somewhere filled with
Pain.
loneliness and dread. The same dread that you all felt too. And that is where I spent the next 3 months. 3 months where I couldn't be with my loved ones. And yes, I feel angry. And I feel
Didn't you
sorry
let
for
her
myself
go or
and I hate that I
something?
feel both of those things. And I wish that all of that was yesterday's
Wait,
pain.
isn't
that
this a
today I
social
could feel
distancing?
Healed and whole. But I now understand that I can't heal if I don't allow myself permission to feel what I'm feeling. What happened to us?
Yeah, man. Like,
Was
the
not
older
right.
I get, the more it's that you gotta have a team, bro. Like a team of people.
And
Like a tandem. Bevy of people.
if you are hurting,
I'm
if you
alone,
feel
so, you know,
angry,
I'm just going all alone here.
if the constant
Trying to
presence
get
of those emotions
300,000
is
views a day, but
exhausting
like with a team, we can get a million easily.
you are not alone. I am with you. You know, my dad once said that there's as much beauty in this life as there is pain. You just have to look for it. But most of all, we have to look for it within each other. And
Oh, this is so touchy.
that's gonna take some time.
I'm melting. I'm melting, bro. I'm
but
freaking
it is
melting.
time that we can spend together.
This is just cheeky. Like, this theme of together, we're all in this together, family, like love, like coziness, cuddliness, like it's cheesy, bruh. Bro, I don't want to see it.
That was
I don't want to cry to it, man. I don't want to shed a tear.
well. I guess.
But
you
they're
know, you're
forcing
saying your
us.
article now.
This season.
I'm not sure that's big enough. I think I have to reach people on a whole different level.
Yeah, like what?
I owe them that.
How do you get revenue? From what? Where do you get your revenue from?
Chester, if you're gonna be a part of Team Flash, then you have to stop beating me at Fortnite!
Cisco, thank God you're here. There's something I need to show you.
Still having those headaches?
Nope. Not anymore.
Okay, and why?
Hello, Cisco.
Ooh,
A great
is this?
What the heck? What the heck? Pagey?
Right, move your head.
My brother, I need some explanation, bro. What the heck?
Unikátna kombinácia, koja tu kleci se ti vada di. Caprice, feel the roll.
Yeah, go freak yourself.
Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey,
Here once again with another video on Flash Season 7.
This is going to be my review for episode 4 for this season, which is really the proper beginning to Season 7's story.
Yeah,
This is
I
the
like
one
this
titled
episode. This was a good
Central
episode.
City
I'm not gonna
Strong.
lie. It was a
But
great
of course,
episode.
Spoiler alert for what happened in the episode, because we're going to be talking about all the big moments. So if you've not watched the episode,
It was a
come
very
on,
good
come
episode.
back later, unless
I'll
want
tell
to
you
be
that
spoiled.
much.
Up to you. But of course, if you haven't watched the episode or you're just continuing because you want to be spoiled, be sure to know in the comment section down below your various opinions about this episode, everything like that. I'm very curious to hear what
I
you
think it
guys
was
have
great.
to say.
I think it was very good.
Theories that lead on from it as well, because they potentially set up some stuff, but I don't know if it was just randomly name dropping stuff. It's hard to tell, but we'll discuss it. We let them know your thoughts and theories down there. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video, you enjoy this episode, looking forward to what's coming, want to drop a like on it, show support for the channel and everything like that. But of course, last episode was what was meant to be the finale for season 6. It was definitely the weakest of the first 3 episodes of this season. But yeah, the main thing to remember is that Mirror Master's gone. There's going to be people from Central City still affected by it. But the cliffhanger was that we had all those different lightning colors, which are the different forces, or the new forces that were introduced in the comics not too long ago. That being the Speed, Sage, Still, and then there was also a Speed Force, bit of lightning there as well that shot out. So we're going to be seeing that play on over the next few episodes, introducing all that, and this episode starts it off in a pretty surprising way. But we start off the episode by seeing Iris getting back to her normal life, and Iris's story was really well contained in this episode and what it went through. I am very curious to see whether it goes forward or they wanted to deal with it all in this episode, and then other stuff with Iris starts happening afterwards. I'm not too sure how they're going to handle it. It could go either way, to be completely honest, but it feels like they sort of put a bow on it by the end of the episode. But yeah, she's getting back to normal life. Barry treating her and everything like that as a good husband would do. But an earthquake happens, and we see those lightning colors in the sky from the end of last episode, which is setting things up for later. Now, I am curious, if there's an earthquake, does that mean someone gets struck with it? Or is the earthquake just the person that appears at the end of the episode, like, jumping around? Like, I don't know if they'd cause a big earthquake. I'm not too sure. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But Team Flash is taking part or place in the Central City Strong program, so that's the name of the episode, Central City Strong. And they're repairing Eva's damage, or Mirror Monarch, I think they were calling her. It was weird having Barry as the Flash on TV with his normal voice and like not really covering himself in any way outside just the Flash suit, like not blurring or even just changing his voice or anything like that. It was a bit weird. I guess like a really good person who can break it all down might be able to tell it's Barry, especially because he's not speaking normally. But anyway, it was cool to see the Flash speaking to the people of Central City in that way, because we don't really see it. And I would like more of that. It seems like, he's the superhero of the city. Why not do that more often? So I actually wouldn't mind seeing more of that. Now, Kaylin is suffering issues with and like outside of Frost, like headaches, etc. And the way, like what happens at the end of the episode, I wasn't expecting. I was like, okay, where's this leading? But yeah, it caught me off guard what happens, but I was intrigued what they were setting up through all of that. I thought it was just going to be just something's wrong with her, but it leads somewhere where I wasn't expecting. Now, Central City Citizen is in like a financial hole because of Iris's absence. I think they said like around 75% down in financial revenue and everything like that, which we had brought up previously towards like in the back half of season 6, and I think a couple of weeks ago as well. And we're wondering if the show would actually acknowledge that, because they're an online thing. It's like if with a YouTuber or any sort of blog thing, if you don't upload, you're gonna have like an absolute downturn because you're not posting anything. And I was wondering if they're going to acknowledge that, and they did, which was good. And Iris is just not herself, and we understand why that is and everything like that. And it's good that the show sort of puts Iris in the right frame of mind by the end of the episode, or at least pushes her towards that. But I was just happy that they sort of acknowledged that, because I was wondering if they were just going to sweep it under the carpet and pretend like it's a fairy tale, not very realistic. Now there's a murder at the Central City Strong repair site, and it's actually Abracadabra. We know that he was back. He's got his playing card shish kebab game on, and when he kills that dude, and he does shrink that shed into like this tiny obelisk, which we learn is tiny, obviously, but it's also heavy. It weighs 2 tons. There's some interesting stuff going on, and Team Flash is able to figure out that it's Abracadabra that's black. That's back. Sorry, that's obviously the playing cards. It's sort of like it's a quite a good sign. But we also learned that the events from season 3, when Abracadabra appeared the first time, happened in the exact same way. There was no change in history due to crisis, which we were wondering on. We're wondering, did the Collectors Agency actually deal with him, or did he come back for another specific reason? No, it happened the same way. Now, one of the more interesting things which ties into the Iris part of this thing is the Mirrorverse Survivors Support Group, which is citizens of Central City dealing with their experience, dealing with their trauma, and just the aftermath of their time in the Mirrorverse, and their the significant loved ones as well, and what they went through potentially. Now, Iris is doing the opposite. She's withholding all that. She's not like letting it all out, or even trying to deal with it in any way, shape, or form, which is affecting her in multiple ways. It's not like the main part. Like, it only takes like a few scenes in this episode, some of them quick, but I think it was an important part of the episode to address, an important part of Iris' story. Like, this is arguably one of the, in regards to a single episode, is one of the probably bigger Iris character development episodes that the show's done in regards to just one single episode. So I thought what they did there was really, really good. Now, Team Flash versus Abracadabra the first time, it seemed a bit easy. Now Abracadabra name drops Mecha Vibe. I don't know if that's actually... It seems that that's from the future. That's his name, is Mecha Vibe, which, interesting, I guess. Frost also joins in to help out, but he does name drop Chronarch. Now, in the comics, Chronarch, they rule the era that Abracadabra is from. And in the comics, Abracadabra sort of went against them because of the strict rules they have within that era, and he's able to defeat them, but was also deemed a criminal and was banished to the past where the Flash is. Now, he mentions Chronarch as if it's a threat that the Flash is going to face. So I wonder if that's this season. I'm not too sure. We were wondering if he was going to name drop any specific things. He name dropped Sabotage. He name dropped Devo in season 3, which led to season 4. So it's weird that Chronarch would be a thing, but maybe it's just an episode sort of thing, or it plays into a larger storyline where they're not the main thing. We'll have to wait and see, but he name dropped it. Now, Argus do take Abracadabra, but he gets away. It's all part of the plan, I guess, complete with the obelisks. And Abracadabra creates this antimatter bomb to take out Central City, so it's almost like Crisis 1.5, but a crisis coming back into it. And he does say he is a man who has nothing to lose, which I thought was going to tie into that Chronarch thing, but it actually leads into something else, which I was pretty interested in, which we'll talk about in a second. But of course, Barry is a bit annoyed because he's been tricked and played again by Abracadabra because he wanted to be taken into Argus. Plays into the whole Mirror Iris thing. I do wonder how, Barry's journey over at least these next few episodes, especially with all this new threats that are going to come into it, and how it affects him following the Mirror Master thing. I'm interested to see how they handle Barry, if there's actually any major development or effects there, but that's for us to wait and see, because we won't know until a few episodes are done. Now, this is probably one of the most random things I wasn't expecting in this episode. So we find out that Abracadabra has the Martian Manhunter memory regaining ring. So we know that Martian Manhunter can give people those memories back from pre-crisis, but Cisco develops this ring that was introduced in Greeno and the Canaries, which does the same thing. It was used to give people their memories back, and it seemed like it was going to be a major plot point of that show if it ever got picked up. So he gets his pre-crisis memories back. Now, I wasn't expecting any sort of Greeno and the Canaries, Laurel Lance, Mia Smoke name drops, but that's what happened. But we do see Abracadabra's life from another timeline with a family and a happy life, everything like that. He puts all the blame on the Flash. Now, it was interesting to see Abracadabra's story in this episode, because I thought he was going to come back and do some villainy. I mean, he killed some dudes, so what was going to do there? But he actually had sort of a sad story, and all the Abracadabra stuff in this episode I thought was really, really good. Now, he does name drop, or not name drop, but he does drop a bit of an info bomb that the Flash becomes obsessed with the future as if it's going to be soon. So I do wonder if that's the back half of this season, that's the storyline there in regards to the future. Is there time travel, or is it for a future story, not a future storyline as in the future, but a later storyline in next season or something like that, where it's future focused? I love when they do that, but let's just wait and see what they do. Now, the Flash, like, talking down Abracadabra, not fighting and not punching him, just talking to him man to man, human to human, that's a great scene. Brilliant scene, actually. And the speech about facing trauma, you know, with Abracadabra and everything like that, and even Barry himself, hits with Iris, as that is exactly what she needs to do. It's what she needs to do face on, and or face it head on, might I say. So I thought that was just a great scene in general. Arguably one of the better acting scenes one-on-one that the show's ever done. Now another earthquake or shake time goes off, and we see a person that I'm assuming is affected by the strength force, which was the red lightning from the end of last episode. So the sage is the blue, the still is the green, and the strength is the red. They show up. Like, the CGI wasn't amazing, but it was okay for network TV. Like, it didn't really bother me. Like, it wasn't like that Legend of Tomorrow CGI from season 1. Like, it was okay. It didn't bother me too much. But they absorb the antimatter bomb as well as Flash's lightning, and they kill Abracadabra as well, or Philippe, as his name was. And I was like, oh, okay. He got absolutely yeeted. But, you know, he did his best to stop it as well. But, yeah, this person's OP. This person's OP. He's a female. I'm not too sure if it's Fweza from the comics or it's just another person that was hit. And I do wonder when, like, the earthquake goes off, I think I was saying it earlier, if it's actually that's someone getting hit by lightning or something else. I guess we'll find out going forward. But the new forces are coming into play, and I can't wait to see what else they do with it. And we do have Iris going to like the Mirrorverse support group, deals what she went through. It was a great Iris scene, probably put in like your top 5 or top 10 Iris scenes in the entire show. It was really good to see them do that. Yeah, I do wonder if, did they say that Camilla's going to it as well? Because you think Camilla would go to it as well, and even like Captain Singh. I'm not too sure they referenced that. Maybe they should go there as well. But I am curious to see if she returns to that, or if that's just like a 1 episode thing. I'm sure there'll be elements over the next few episodes where there's still some grief and trauma to deal with. She was in there for 3 months. Some of those people were probably only in there for like a couple of hours or a day or something like that. This is like Iris was in there for so much longer, and the people in that group react when she says 3 months. So I'm sure there's going to be more that Iris has to deal with. I guess it just matters when and like how big it is, you know, in regards to what she has to deal with. But we end the episode off by finding out that Cisco plays Fortnite and that Chester is better than him, so Cisco is a noob confirmed. Who would have thought? But anyway, the biggest, like, it's probably one of the more, like, what? Like, and not like, oh my god, what? Like, freak out scene because of, like, comic book moment. But, like, what? Like, sort of, like, comical confusion is when Caitlin and Frost, or Caitlin shows up and is like, oh, we got an issue. And Frost walks in separately. They're different entities now. What the hell? Where's that leading? So, can they split on will? How did that happen? I'm sure we'll find out maybe next episode what happened and why they're split. I have no idea. It caught me off guard, and I sort of started laughing out of confusion at it. I don't know what you guys thought of it, but it's interesting. I wonder what they're going to do with it, but at the same time, I'm still a bit confused. But yeah, overall, I thought it was actually a really solid start to the season, like a proper season 7 story. Like, Abracadabra was really good, Iris was really good in this episode. I have really no complaints. There was no part in the episode where I went, oh, let's get through this quickly, or that was bad.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of this episode.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Really
that was a good ass episode.
Would be maybe the CGI on the Strength Force being, and I don't even know how long you're going to see that, because the Strength Force doesn't necessarily have to make you look like that. You can use it in different ways. So that's the only thing you could really nitpick, and I didn't even think it was like that bad. It was just, it was okay. Like, it was like a 6 out of 10 in regards to the CGI. So yeah, I enjoyed the hell of this episode, and they set everything up going for, like, they tease the new forces and everything like that. So I can't wait to see where it goes. Let's look forward to it. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video and the episode. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like and show support. Let me know in the comment section down below.
I'm feeling sleepy, guys.
Theories,
Feeling
thoughts,
very
all your
sleepy.
opinions, and just rate the episode if you want in the comments. Let me know. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
Sorry I'm late. Just woke up 2 minutes ago.
Run as fast as you can, but you'll never be as fast as the Flash, man. That sounded way better in my head. Yikes. Anyway, no matter if it's Barry Allen, Jay Garrick, Wally West, or other variants, the Flash really holds a special place in all our hearts. Not only is the Flash the fastest hero, he is also the strongest hero in the DCEU. That's right, he's even stronger than the Man of Steel. Okay, maybe not now, but he soon will be. The DCEU's Barry Allen is only a rookie compared to the veteran we know he'll become. When the time comes, the Flash will save the world, and may already have. Anyone who doesn't know who the Flash is would probably say, yeah, he's fast, but how is he the strongest hero in the DCEU compared to someone like Superman, who many believe is the strongest superhero outright? While super speed is the Flash's forte, what he can do with his speed and how fast he can actually run is where his strength lies. Focusing on Barry Allen, the Flash's top speed has been known to be faster than the speed of light. And for any of my science nerds out there, that's around 670 million miles per hour. Yeah, real fast. Compare this to Superman, and the Flash definitely hasn't beaten a race around the world, and this isn't even his limit. In the comics, the Scarlet Speeder has been known to hold back his speed due to fear that he may rip a hole in time and space. It's not like he needs to run that fast anyway. When running at his max speed, or really any speed compared to the normal, all time around the Flash seems to stop. Objects moving at immense speeds only seem to be moving 1 mile per hour, giving Barry excellent reaction time and superhuman reflexes. You thought Quicksilver rescuing everyone in X-Men was cool? Barry can evacuate all of Tokyo in 30 seconds. Speed isn't the only thing that allows Alan to perform this feat. Barry alone is a genius, and his speed accentuates that. While Superman can react to things at a tremendous speed and predict where an attack may be coming from, the Flash can almost see the future. Of course, he could actually travel into the future using a time rift, but what I mean is Barry has the ability to perceive what is about to or has happened, weigh every possible outcome, and then react with the correct choice. In a high-speed battle between Big Blue and the Scarlet Speeder,
Slowpoke.
Oh, it's on.
mental fortitude and ability would be the deciding factor, as when you really look at it, anything the Flash can do, so can Superman in some capacity. So where does Barry take the win in this debate of the most powerful hero? Many who are hardcore Flash fans know that Barry has accelerated healing, can vibrate his molecules to a level that can generate heat and throwable lightning, and can phase through objects and people. Now, originally, I thought Barry could pull a thon and phase through Superman's chest and stop his heart and all that. However, Superman's skin may be too dense for even Barry to phase through. If these two were in a head-to-head fight, their battle would come down to one ability not even Superman can recreate. Due to his connection with the Speed Force, which the Flash created in some weird time paradox, the Flash has the ability to steal kinetic energy from any object or person, including Superman. In the comics, this was an ability Wally West created, leaving it to be something the DCEU Flash could master. If Barry was successful, essentially it would leave Clark Kent unable to move, creating an opening for Barry's greatest weapon, the Infinite Mass Punch. Basically, this move is the Flash's trump card if he's traveling at or near the speed of light. As he approaches light speed, his mass exponentially increases, resulting in a punch that packs the power of a white dwarf star, which would be enough to take down any super, including Superman. Now, the question is, can Barry actually pull this move off? The Flash of the DCEU is nowhere near the level of strength his comic counterpart is at. I mean, he just got his name after meeting the CW's Flash. However, with the DCEU looking like it's going to tell one of Flash's greatest stories, it looks like Barry will be coming into his own sooner rather than later. Flashpoint. The event merged multiple DC comic timelines, but more importantly was the catalyst to Barry Allen truly becoming the Flash beyond the title. For those who have no idea what Flashpoint is, then you are in the right place. Essentially, Flashpoint was an alternate timeline created by Barry after saving his mother from her cruel fate. However, this new world was nothing Allen could have imagined or even wanted. In this twisted reality, Bruce Wayne passed away rather than his parents, and his father, Thomas Wayne, ended up becoming the Dark Knight. Atlantis and the Amazonians are at war, and our favorite heroes are caught in the crossfire. It's basically the end of the world due to Barry's selfishness, but this is unknown to Alan. Finding the reverse Flash suit in his ring, Flash believes Eobard Thawne is the cause of this nightmare. Barry has a huge problem, though. In this era, the Flash doesn't exist. Barry is powerless, and with each passing moment, his memories of the old timeline fade. To bring an end to this war, prevent the end of humanity, and supposedly stop Thawne, Barry enters a race against the clock to recreate the events that made him the Flash. However, in a clash gone horribly wrong, the Reverse Flash Barry learns the truth. Everything that has occurred is Barry's doing, and things are only going to get worse unless Alan can do the one thing he could never do: let go. By running back in time, Barry can prevent this reality from ever happening, but this also means he must let his mom pass away. Will he choose saving millions of lives over just one? Of course he will! As the world comes to an end, a battered and bruised Barry Allen, who was able to regain his powers, enters the Speed Force and travels back in time to stop himself from saving his mother, saving the world from destruction. When it comes to the question of who the most powerful hero is, I believe that there are two sides to that coin. On one side are the hero's powers, strength, and abilities. On the other side is morality and the willingness to sacrifice. For most heroes, loved ones have always been their Achilles heel, as it was for Barry. The loss of his mother shaped him to be the hero he was destined to become, but it also created Flashpoint. In this new reality, Barry could have easily ignored the cries of the world and enjoyed a new life with his mom. When that world ended, rather than going back to fix things, he could have tried to find a way that his mom and the world could survive. What makes Barry such a powerful hero is, despite gaining the one thing he ever wanted, he gave it up, went through torment to regain his powers, and stopped this daunting reality from ever existing. Barry chose the world over his one true desire, and this isn't the only time he would do this. An example of Alan's heroic sense of character is in Crisis on Infinite Earths. In this iconic storyline, Barry literally ran himself out of existence trying to stop the Anti-Monitor's plan to destroy the multiverse. If we want to talk more about Barry's power, we can discuss the final Crisis event, where Barry Allen ran himself back to life while outrunning the Black Racer, who is essentially the Grim Reaper. Also, not only did Barry outrun the Black Racer, but he also outrun and guided both Black Racer and Darkseid's Omega effect on a collision course through the Speed Force to take down Darkseid once and for all. Throughout the comics, there are so many instances where Barry has saved the world and proved why he is the strongest hero. While the DCEU's Flash is just getting started, events like Flashpoint, Crisis, and others will push Barry to the same heights. Barry, like his comic counterpart, will save the world, and he may already have. Okay, so you're gonna have to bear with me for a second, because this theory is deep and very meta. In Batman v Superman, we were introduced to Flash through Nightmare, Bruce's dream sequence showcasing a future where the Justice League failed, Superman took people's hearts for fun, and Darkseid took over the world. When Bruce wakes, we learn that Barry is too early in his time travel adventure and encourages Bruce to find the others and form the Justice League before it's too late. Future